My Leadership Project by Kylie Hansen. I decided to do my leadership project at the Lodge, which is an assisted living center in my hometown of Riverton, Utah. I wanted to serve at an assisted living center because I am passionate about helping to serve those who cannot do certain things for themselves, and I wanted to add a little bit of happiness to the days of these residents. Residents in assisted living centers like the Lodge are not deprived of care or resources, but they often struggle with other things such as feelings of loneliness, losing freedom, not being able to take care of themselves, a decline in mental health, lack of quality relationships, and not being able to see family members often. I have seen this with my loved ones, as two of my grandpas lived in care centers for the last few years of their lives. They both really struggled with the loss of freedom and having to have help accomplish the most basic and personal tasks. I remember multiple times when I absolutely made my grandpa's day when people would come play games with him or just listen to him as he would talk about his family or experiences in the war. So going into this leadership project, I knew that I wanted to spend time with these residents and just do all I can to brighten their day. During our project, my group and I did various things, including hanging out with these residents, doing magic tricks for them, scooping ice cream for their bedtime snack, and once they went to bed, we took out the trash and cleaned some of their wheelchairs and walkers. I really enjoyed my time spent serving at the Lodge and was able to get out of my comfort zone and demonstrate attributes of being a leader. I found myself using the 4 pillars of leadership. For the first pillar, learning, I had an open mindset while planning with my group, as well as learning about these residents and what we could do to make a difference for them. For the second pillar, empathy, I had to put myself into the residents' shoes and think through what I would be feeling if I were in their situation and what I think I would appreciate from a group of people trying to brighten my day. For the third pillar, authenticity, I was able to identify the values and needs of the residents. I also demonstrated authenticity while trying to plan with my group and thinking through my group members' strengths and how they could use those strengths in this project. We used one of my group members' talent of magic to interact with the residents. We also used the strength of my group member, who is a CNA at a nursing home, to show love and care for these residents. For the fourth pillar, I demonstrated drive as I got out of my comfort zone to call certain people to plan this project, as well as just having all of the responsibility for putting this project on, rather than just going along with what another person or group had already planned. In addition to the 4 pillars of leadership, I also was able to observe some of my strengths and weaknesses when it comes to being a leader. One strength that I observed was being able to stick to what was planned and to get things done. I am a determined person, and once I set my mind to things, I can count on myself to do what is needed to get them done. One weakness that I observed in myself was that I struggled to come up with things and ideas on my own. I was able to come up with a lot of good stuff to do during the project, but a lot of the ideas were based on other projects I'd seen in the past, or even what the management discussed with me about what these residents could use help with. While things worked out and these ideas were good, I wish that I was able to more easily look at who I am serving and come up with specific things that I think would benefit them personally. Overall, I really enjoyed this project and the chance I had to work with some friends to serve a group of people in my community. I'm grateful for all that I have learned about leadership, and I hope to continue to use what I have learned to make a difference in every way that I can. The end.